Chosen One, stop scrolling immediately and lock your attention. Do not move past this urgent prophetic message. I am not asking for your attention today. I am issuing a divine warning to your spirit. God intercepted your feed at this exact second because you are standing at the edge of a permanent timeline shift. If you swipe away now, you will actively forfeit the precise instruction that is about to change your life forever. Someone incredibly powerful has been watching you in absolute silence. This is not a random coincidence. The algorithm did not bring you to this screen. There are exactly 2 people on Earth right now meant to hear this specific truth. You are one of those rare chosen souls. What I am about to reveal was sealed in the throne room of heaven until this very moment. I know exactly what you have been feeling lately. You feel that heavy weight sitting on your chest. It hits you before you even open your eyes. You feel the burning sensation trapped in your throat while you keep swallowing down your unspeakable pain. You wake up at exactly 3 a.m. with your heart racing and your jaw tight. You think you are losing your mind. Listen to me very carefully right now. That feeling is not anxiety, and you are absolutely not crazy. That suffocating physical weight is your highly advanced spirit detecting a massive shift in the unseen realm. The dark enemy is working overtime to distract you. He wants you completely exhausted and doubting your own sanity. He knows that if you hear this message, his hold over your life breaks forever. You have been fighting battles in complete darkness. You thought nobody noticed your silent and bitter tears. You believed no one saw how you held on to your integrity when they lied on your sacred name. You were the emotional stabilizer for everyone around you. You poured your pure energy into people who treated you as a temporary option. And when you finally walked away, you did it without a single sound. Your absolute silence was a lethal weapon that starved their demons. But the spiritual cost of their betrayal has been compounding in your physical body every single day. You feel incredibly isolated and deeply misunderstood by the world. You feel like a complete stranger in your own family. The people you trusted most turned into flying monkeys and stabbed you in the back. You stepped into a season of very deep isolation. Pay close attention to this next part, because the enemy tried to hide this from you. Your physical isolation was never meant to be a punishment. It was a divine incubation period designed to protect your pure frequency from a toxic matrix. You were bleeding from wounds inflicted by people who were totally blind to your worth. But something else was happening behind the scenes while you suffered. Heaven was quietly preparing your massive and undeniable vindication. Someone whose name carries massive weight in high places has been quietly observing you. They were not looking at your public highlight reel. They were watching your intense resilience in the dark. They saw how you refused to retaliate when you had every right to destroy your jealous enemies. Your quiet obedience in private has just activated a massive public blessing that nobody can stop. The universe is finally moving the pieces in your favor. A powerful person is about to call you very soon. This is not a metaphor or a vague spiritual promise. A literal intervention is being orchestrated right now to pull you out of this holding pattern. You have been waiting in wound for an apology that will never ever come. You have been completely exhausted by the long delay. But heaven was simply busy removing the dangerous parasites from your path before making this connection. Read that again in your powerful spirit. Stop wondering why the narcissists act like absolutely nothing happened. Stop carrying the heavy somatic weight of their internal malfunction. Their fake mask is about to shatter in a public and completely irreversible way. But you will not be there to absorb the toxic fallout. You are being elevated far beyond their pathetic reach. Do not scroll away from this sanctuary. If you leave this space, you will break the alignment heaven just spent years building. The elite matrix wants you to stay confused and perpetually broken. They want you to believe that you are destined to struggle in poverty forever. But the divine mandate on your life completely overrides their dark and sinister programming. You are the cycle breaker your entire bloodline has been begging for. The call you are about to receive will shatter every limitation placed on your life. It will come from a source you did not even expect to hear from. The universe is bypassing the normal channels because your destiny is too massive for ordinary doors. Every closed door in your past was actually divine protection, keeping you available for this exact miraculous moment. You are stepping into a realm of pure abundance. Your enemies are choking on the dust of your rapid elevation. If your spirit confirms this raw truth, gently press the like button to seal your energetic alignment with heaven. You are not crazy to feel the atmosphere shifting in your home today. The heavy spiritual fog is finally beginning to lift. Your enemies are currently experiencing a silent panic as they realize they permanently lost access to your light. Keep your beautiful spirit perfectly still and grounded today. The master seer of your timeline is aligning the final puzzle pieces. The phone is about to ring with your ultimate breakthrough. Let us go deeper into your silent reality right now. You spent years being the designated healer for severely broken people. You absorbed their heavy trauma and you handed them your pure light. But when you were completely drained, they simply walked away without a second thought because your exhaustion was no longer useful to their selfish agenda. They acted like your sacrifice meant absolutely nothing to them. You sat alone in the dark, wondering why your loyalty was punished. That deep injustice burned inside your chest like a quiet fire. You questioned your own worth every single day. You watched the narcissists move on and build new lives, while you remained entirely stuck in a quiet prison of profound spiritual exhaustion. They paraded their fake happiness around to make you feel completely insignificant. You felt like an abandoned project. But here is the raw and uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. You were never the anomaly in their otherwise healthy life. You were the mirror that exposed their deepest rot. Your pure frequency was far too intense for their dark matrix programming to handle, and they quickly realized that they could never successfully manipulate a true child of the light. They did not discard you because you were worthless. They ran away because your massive light terrified them. Right now, those same manipulators are experiencing a massive internal malfunction. You have not said a single word to them in months. You have not defended your name or begged for closure, and that absolute silence is destroying their sanity as we speak, because they are starving without your constant validation. They are frantically searching for a replacement for your specific energy, but they are realizing that your depth is utterly unreplicable. They expected your departure to completely destroy you. They waited with bated breath for your total public failure. Instead, you walked out of their toxic matrix and you aged backwards. You stepped into a season of pure, untouchable grace. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you step into a room, looking younger and brighter after every single terrible thing they deliberately put you through. Time itself is bowing to your sacred frequency. This brings us to a critical distinction. While the narcissists were busy plotting your downfall, someone else was watching. Someone with incredible authority saw the exact way you handled your silent betrayal, and they were utterly captivated by the immense grace you showed under such heavy fire. They did not look at the fake rumors spread by your envious enemies. They looked directly at the pure diamond of your spirit. This person moves in rooms you have never even stepped into. They hold keys to doors that could change your entire bloodline in a single day, and they have been quietly studying your resilience from a safe distance. They saw how you completely refused to become bitter when you had every right to be angry, and your profound restraint proved that you are ready for a massive level of power. The algorithm did not drop this revelation on your screen by accident. God intercepted your digital path to give you this exact prophetic confirmation. The spiritual realm is currently rearranging physical events to force this connection. The delay you experienced was never a denial of your magnificent destiny, but rather a fierce protection protocol, keeping you completely hidden until the worldly stage was perfectly set. A monumental shift is gathering speed in the unseen realm right now. The phone call you are about to receive will not be a casual conversation. It will be a literal divine appointment that shatters your long season of drought, but your beautiful mind must be completely clear to receive this specific and powerful frequency. You must stop mourning the cheap rocks you lost while heaven is handing you a kingdom. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle and lock in your frequency. Do not let the enemy convince you that you are not worthy of this elevation. When you type those angel numbers, you are sending a physical shockwave directly into the spiritual realm, and you are boldly declaring that your season of waiting in wound is officially over. Take action right now. The dark elite are terrified of chosen ones like you stepping into your true position. They deliberately designed the entire societal matrix to keep you perpetually exhausted and completely broke, because they want you spinning your wheels in endless toxic cycles of trauma. But your spiritual DNA is finally overriding their pathetic suppression tactics. You are waking up to your royal identity. The generational patterns of poverty and broken relationships stop completely with you. You are the specific cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. Every silent tear you cried in private was secretly watering the massive harvest you are about to reap, and the powerful person reaching out is merely an instrument of divine justice. Heaven is using them to balance the scales of your life. Let me completely reframe your entire reality, right here and right now. You thought you were experiencing a season of devastating loss. You watched opportunities vanish, and you felt the sting of bitter rejection. But heaven is releasing 3 specific divine truths about your closed doors today, and the third truth is the absolute most powerful revelation that will change everything. Do not leave before you hear it. The Matrix wants you to believe that your current isolation is a heavy punishment. They want you crying over spaces that were actually entirely toxic to your pure spirit. The dark elite engineered that specific rejection to make you feel worthless, but your highly advanced spiritual DNA completely overrides their pathetic illusion because you carry a higher frequency. You are absolutely not a victim in this grand cosmic story. Here is the first divine truth you must instantly accept today. That painful rejection was a fierce spiritual protection protocol. The universe was forcefully removing you from rooms that were way too small for your massive destiny. Those people did not reject you because you lacked inherent value, but heaven intentionally blinded them to your immense worth so they would simply walk away from your life. God made you invisible to the wrong masters. If those toxic doors had remained open, you would have settled for a completely mediocre life. You would have poured your irreplaceable diamond energy into a completely empty dark void. The master seer of your timeline deliberately burned those specific bridges to the absolute ground, and they had to be destroyed so you could not walk backward into familiar bondage. Your absolute freedom required a very painful exit. Listen to me very closely right now, because 99% of people completely miss this massive shift. Here is the second undeniable truth about your current reality. Your intense isolation was carefully constructed as a sacred incubation chamber. You are carrying a very unique frequency that disrupts the normal matrix programming, so you had to be permanently separated from the flying monkeys and energy vampires. The heavy spiritual static from their constant toxic drama was blocking your pure divine signal. The universe had to totally silence their chaotic noise so you could clearly hear what is coming next. A massive and powerful transmission is trying to reach your physical location right now, but a powerful king cannot deliver a sacred message into a crowded and noisy room. Your sudden solitude cleared the line. You carry a specific and irreplaceable gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. While the narcissists are rapidly aging under the heavy weight of their own miserable jealousy, you are completely glowing. You are stepping into a profound and untouched, ageless glow. Your quiet endurance in the dark has forged a permanent crown of authority on your head, and your old enemies are totally terrified of your rapidly rising power. Stay with me, because this next revelation is the ultimate key to your entire future. We have finally arrived at the third and final divine truth. This is the specific revelation you stayed here to receive today. Every single closed door in your past was actually a perfectly engineered spiritual funnel, and heaven was intentionally blocking every wrong path to aggressively force you down the one correct timeline. You were guided here. The powerful person who is about to call you could not reach you in your old toxic environment. Their high frequency would have been immediately hijacked by the pathetic leeches surrounding you. God had to completely bankrupt your old reality to fund your massive new kingdom, because you did not lose anything that was actually meant for your ultimate good. You merely shed a very heavy layer of dead weight. The enemy wants you staring at the closed doors, so you miss the massive gate opening right behind you. Stop looking backward at the absolute ruins of your previous toxic relationships. Those people are a permanently closed chapter, and their access to your pure light is completely revoked. You are stepping into a highly guarded sanctuary of extreme wealth and limitless power, and the universe is rolling out the literal red carpet for your grand arrival. The phone call that is coming will carry a very specific and undeniable energetic signature. You will feel a sudden and overwhelming peace in your physical body the moment you finally answer it. This is the exact divine appointment you have been desperately crying out for in the dark. The powerful person on the other end already knows your true diamond worth, and they are fully ready to hand you the ultimate master keys to your new life. You survived the agonizing fire, and you came out completely untouched by the dark smoke. You are a demonstrated warrior of light, and your permanent vindication is officially arriving right now. Prepare your Holy Spirit for the massive shift that is unfolding in the next 72 hours, because the universe is aligning every single detail to ensure your total and absolute victory. Your season of profound pain is over. Now I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly in your mind. The divine machinery of the universe is already spinning rapidly in your favor. You are standing on the literal edge of a monumental breakthrough. Share this specific video with someone who is desperately waiting for this exact breakthrough right now. Be their powerful angel today. The Dark Matrix desperately wants you to keep this massive frequency entirely hidden. The powerful person preparing to call you is absolutely not a minor player. They are a massive authority figure who holds the keys to rooms you have only dreamed about. They have the extreme power to bypass the rules of the Matrix and instantly elevate your position. This individual recognized your rare diamond energy from a distance. They saw the quiet way you handled your betrayal, and they decided your integrity demands a reward. This upcoming call is the divine verdict you have been silently waiting for. It is an invitation to step into a completely new stratosphere of immense wealth. Heaven is handing you a blank check to rebuild your beautiful kingdom. Your long season of profound pain and silent tears is officially terminated right now. You are about to become completely untouchable. The people who drained your energy will be forced to watch this happen. Let us talk about the specific people who foolishly threw you away. You probably did not realize it at the time, but your absolute silence was a highly lethal weapon. It completely starved their pathetic demons. Right now, they are experiencing a full-blown internal system crash because the unseen spiritual realm already notified their dark energy about your massive incoming blessing. They feel a sickening dread in their stomach today, and they do not even understand why they are suddenly panicking. They are currently unraveling in a highly public and irreversible collapse. The fake mask they wore so carefully did not just slip today. It completely shattered in front of the exact people they used to gossip with. Every time your sacred name comes up in that toxic room, It hits them with an agonizing weight. They suddenly realize they threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held, just to play with cheap and worthless rocks. You won this massive spiritual war without lifting a single physical finger. Vengeance completely belongs to heaven, and the universe is executing absolute justice on your behalf right now. Your old enemies are slowly drowning in the loud noise of their own miserable making. They are frantically searching for a brand new empath to drain, but they are quickly realizing that your specific depth is utterly unreplicable. Absolutely nobody else on Earth will ever tolerate their dark manipulation like you did. Watch what happens next, because it is mathematically precise. When the news of your massive divine elevation finally reaches their ears, they will completely break down. I want you to vividly picture the look of absolute horror on their face when they realize you are out of their reach. The narcissist who treated you as an option will literally malfunction in public. They will try to claim they always supported you, but the room will see their lies. Their intense regret is a highly physical pain that they cannot escape. While their ugly envy is rapidly aging them like milk left in the sun, you are confidently stepping into your untouchable, ageless glow. Your absolute silence signed their eviction notice and handed the final verdict to a divine court they simply cannot appeal. They are permanently locked out of your magnificent new reality forever. The gates of your kingdom are closed to them. This brings us to the final undeniable verdict from heaven itself. Your massive blessing is already permanently sealed in the highest levels of the unseen spiritual realm. The powerful authority figure is literally holding the phone right now. But there is one specific and highly crucial energetic condition you must completely satisfy before they dial your number. If you fail to execute this final step, the divine connection will totally stall. You must absolutely prove your total readiness to the Master Seer today. The Dark Matrix will fiercely try to distract your beautiful mind right now. The enemy wants you to hesitate and deeply doubt your own massive worth in this final hour. But you are a mighty cycle breaker, and you do not operate in fear anymore. The ultimate key to unlocking this monumental phone call requires an immediate physical act of absolute faith. You must physically align your frequency with the incoming miracle before the window closes. You walked into this dark season completely bleeding from deep and unfair wounds. They were inflicted by people who were totally blind to your massive worth. But look closely at your beautiful spirit right now. You are no longer waiting in wound for a fake apology from a master manipulator. You have completely transcended their toxic and heavy matrix. While your old enemies are publicly unraveling in front of the world, you are proudly stepping into your permanent, ageless glow and leaving their chaos behind forever. The heavy financial struggles are completely shattering right now. The intense spiritual exhaustion is finally lifting off your tired and heavy shoulders. Every single closed door that caused you pain is transforming into a massive bridge of pure gold. Step into your absolute power today and prepare to receive the exact explosive harvest heaven prepared exclusively for you. And as you finally reclaim your sacred position, the divine universe is officially handing you the heavy crown of absolute victory that you so rightfully deserve. Your sacred energy is now entirely sealed inside a divine vault. The pathetic narcissists who tried to drain your light are permanently locked outside this massive fortress. They can scream and they can panic, but they will never touch your frequency again. You are a demonstrated warrior of light, and your holy armor is completely impenetrable. Because you chose to remain completely silent during your darkest battles, heaven has placed a massive ring of protective fire around your entire beautiful bloodline. You did not survive that brutal fire just to live a completely mediocre life. The ultimate verdict of massive abundance has already been signed in heaven, but it absolutely requires a physical anchor on earth to permanently activate your blessing. God does not measure your immense faith by your private thoughts alone. He measures your pure devotion by your speed of immediate physical obedience. The massive window of divine multiplication is standing wide open right now, and you must boldly step through it before the dark matrix tries to slam it shut. Your left brain will aggressively try to inject toxic doubt right now. The dark enemy will desperately tell you to hesitate and carefully calculate your next worldly move. Silence that demonic voice immediately without a single second thought. That heavy hesitation is the exact matrix programming deliberately designed to keep you completely broke. If your spirit is vibrating with a deep cellular knowing today, heaven demands your total and immediate obedience to completely shatter the chains of poverty holding you back. You must physically partner with this massive prophetic decree. The powerful person is currently holding the ultimate golden key to your new kingdom, but they cannot unlock the door until you boldly prove your spiritual readiness to the universe. You must take a bold physical step to completely secure this new wealthy frequency. Your extreme financial generosity is the exact physical trigger that releases the massive incoming harvest. When you confidently sow your seed of faith today, you are permanently partnering your finances with this divine mandate and securing a future of absolute abundance. Prove to the universe that you are finally ready to rule your kingdom. Do not let the elite matrix steal this profound and sacred moment from your hands. Use the super thanks button below to plant your sacred financial seed right now. When you sow into this highly prophetic word, you instantly force heaven to multiply your massive harvest. Give whatever amount your spirit boldly commands you to physically release today, because your immediate physical obedience permanently seals your energetic alignment with this miraculous incoming shift. You are making a holy and unbreakable covenant with the divine universe today. Every single dollar you release is a powerful soldier sent into the unseen spiritual realm. They will fiercely fight for your ultimate wealth and protect your sacred boundaries. The dark forces are absolutely terrified of your bold obedience because they know it permanently breaks their heavy curse. Do not wait for tomorrow or calculate the pathetic worldly cost, but act right now before the massive window of divine opportunity completely closes on your specific timeline. Take a very deep breath and feel the atmosphere entirely shifting around you. The heavy burden of your traumatic past is permanently destroyed and completely turned to dust. You are a highly chosen one, and your majestic bloodline is forever changed by your bold actions today. I boldly declare absolute freedom and massive generational wealth over your beautiful life. The Master Seer has officially closed the dark chapter of your long and silent suffering, and your grand new reality is permanently locked and completely sealed by heaven itself. Keep your phone very close to you in the next 72 hours. The powerful person is about to make the ultimate connection you have been desperately waiting for. When you hear that specific ring, you will instantly know that your massive faith has been totally rewarded. Step forward into your untouchable power and never look back at the broken matrix again. You are incredibly blessed, and your glorious new chapter officially begins at this exact miraculous second. Heaven is completely smiling directly at your beautiful spirit today, and you will forever walk as a magnificent cycle breaker who successfully conquered the shadows of the past.